Okay, greetings, patriots, starseeds, light workers, and of course our very brave military. Welcome to 1776 United, and we are in a covert revolution. Now, deadlines have come and go, but with the global currency reset, and people's often will get us discouraged. I understand. But it's because we don't know what's really going on in the back screens, and this is all being done covertly. Okay, President Trump gave the banks until the last part of July, which is the end of July, to set up in the new system, and eventually they were in 210 countries or 209 countries that he sent a direct message to. So basically, they've been put on notice to get your shit together. Now, many have said that the new rates on the bank screens on Wednesday, rates must be within an agreed upon range of each other to post to the public screens. If they are in range, they will be posted with the changes. Iraq citizens were told that their new rate would be live Thursday at the end of the month. So, maybe they have got it. Maybe it is alive, maybe they're enjoying, their new rates. Okay, now, rules on the Forex made it so that even though the new foreign currency rates may be posted, they are not available to the front end of the Forex and the public until sometime in August. Banker is being advised, or all bankers are being advised, that email announcements and the 1-800 numbers, would be begin early August. Now, these are dates and rates. I'm not going to give you the dates and rates. I'm going to stay away from that stuff, but it is on the front doorsteps. And the first day for scheduled appointments is coming, of course, in August. Trump gave those countries until the beginning of August to get their currencies revalued if they wanted to participate in trade. If you think about it, we're right on schedule. Below is a update from a very valid source. Continuity is the final serving, and that goes with all the respective banks that are tier 1. Okay, they have to be tier 1, and I believe that in Canada, now that I know, the Royal Bank, Scotia Bank, CIBC, Bank of Montreal, and the HSBC, yeah. Did I miss out one? There was the Royal Bank, the Scotia Bank, the CIBC, the Bank of Montreal, and the HSBC. Those are the 5 tier 1s that we're probably going to be dealing with the banks with. Now, when you do your exchange on your monies, don't go in there and talk to a teller. You go in there and talk to a manager or a wealth management member of that particular bank. Now, it's still your option to go to a redemption center where you can ask for the contract rate to get the higher rate, and a portion of that money on the contract rate will have to go to some humanitarian project. Okay, now the U.S. corporation is no more. The republic has risen from the ashes. The death certificate has been signed. The United States Incorporated, the foreign-owned corporation fiction that enslaved generations on maritime law, is now officially dissolved. Thank you. The District of Columbia stands hollow. Its authority is evaporated, its false flag sewn shut. The organic constitution has been reactivated. All federal agencies tied to the corporation has been stripped of power. Sovereignty is returning, not just to America, but all free nations. Let's make this perfectly clear, patriots. All free nations are reacting to whatever's happening inside the United States, okay? This is extremely important that we know that there is changes behind the scenes and a lot of activities happening up inside Canada right now, not through the Carney Clown Show, but it's done through the authority of the Global Alliance and Space Force. From the fog of globalism, the cabal is not surrendering quietly. Their final plays are unfolding now in desperation. Staged nuclear alerts to justify martial clampdowns, simulated cyber warfare to serve digital communications are trying to are being disrupted. Engineered blackouts to induce fear and obedience. They're trying everything, even an alien invasion. I mean, they're going to try everything, and you know, there might be, and there will be probably an EBS over this. Massive war games to provoke chaos and misdirection. They will scream national emergency. They will unleash distraction after distraction because they know what's coming next. EBS will be activated without warning. Encrypted channels will override civilian broadcasts. So all the mainstream media will shut down, and there'll be one station only, and that'll be analogued in possibly black and white to let everybody know that what is being exposed is going to come out, and that should wake up the masses. I'm hoping. Jesus, Murphy. If that doesn't wake you up, then you're a dead vessel. The truth will flood every screen, every device, every heart. This is not entertainment. This is disclosure. The final chapters of humanity's enslavement is now on. And its liberation will be, all the liberation will be revealed. Meanwhile, behind the veil, the global currency reset is being finalized. And that's going to be new money, right? That's going to be all new money coming through. We cannot continue on with the fiat currency that was produced by offshore Jesuit banksters and printed by the criminal enforcements, or the criminal Federal Reserve, okay, and the head of the Federal Reserve was, of course, Jerome Powell, which is now not just stepped down, but he's been arrested. The gold-backed currencies have been mirrored into the QFS nodes. Debt instruments neutralized and nullified through sovereign treaties, hidden wealth and stolen assets seized for redistribution in the QFS. Redemption centers are secured and very well protected. The transition is not coming. It is already has begun and is in play right now. Trump is not a candidate. He is a commander-in-chief of the global military alliance, and this is not a theory. It is active and very real. They have reclaimed the codes. They have retaken the vaults. They are preparing for the world for the post-fiat reality, a system of value, truth, and natural law This is the final phase. The rebirth of a nation, not just the United States, but it's all nations, will be coming true, and it will be happening this year. Of course, we're going to have many criminals out there still involved in devious operations, but as they are doing their operations, they will be taken out. The return of the people, the fall of the beast system, the good and want to be good humanitarian projects considered contributing to Hands Together. At present, Hands Together operates 34 schools throughout Haiti in the poorest areas. We now have 11 schools. That's wonderful. In the slum areas of Haiti that are totally free. Our deepest gratitude to Mike and Fran DeWine of Ohio for helping the children and dedicating their life for the many years that they have. We provide a free education for over 12,000 Haiti's poorest children. Nearly 3 times that many children show up for registration each fall, and unfortunately we only can have room for 1/3 that comes in, but we are trying to expand. But sadly, we cannot accommodate them all, and need to expand is at hand and coming very soon. What we think we know for Saturday, August 2nd. The 1986 Kool-Aid Act gave Kool-Aid makers immunity against lawsuits by children who suffer Kool-Aid injuries and statute, and numerous basically they're immune from the law. But I think this is going to change, because you are in the courts of we the people now, and you will not go without having dealt with your crimes. Recognize that Kool-Aids, like the medicines, are, in the words of the American Academy of Pediatrics case, unavoidable and unsafe, and that a percentage of the Kool-Aid children will suffer injuries or death. John F. Kennedy Jr. or Robert F. Kennedy Jr. And this is very, very sad. Now, the compounds in your processed foods, seed oils and preservatives, low-fat substitutes and flavoring are toxic and full of toxins, targeting the mitochondria, destroys insulin sensitivity, guaranteed weight gain, sabotages testosterone, floods the brain with serotonins, and manipulation, crushes all kinds of your defense mechanisms, and you have to get off of that. And you try to mask it up with big pharma medicines, which will not work. You have to get off the big pharma medicines, and you have to get off from eating the junk food. Otherwise, you will perish. Email evidence from the Durham Annex proves that the Clinton campaign in Georgia and George Soros helped Obama and his intelligent cronies with setting up the Russia hoax, and have done everything. And if these criminals don't go to jail, and if they're not arrested very, very soon, we the people will arrest. We will rise up, and we will hunt them down, and we will have them arrested and tried and dealt with, because we have the power. We, the people, have the power, and stand up and demand your money. Stand up and demand the arrest for every Democratic and Republican criminal that has caused enslavement and terrible acts of everything we can imagine has been attacked to you. Now, time's up, and I will probably see you on the next one.